leaving the center, such an isolated area, and I come back here into the world, and I have a much clearer view of the suffering, of the reactive behavior of the standard individual, and because I was there, and because I'm understanding it more, just how ingrained our habit patterns are and how reactive we can be, my compassion actually grows for those that are stuck in this wheel of trying to attain, worldly things, trying to have sex with as many people as they can, trying to gain as much currency as they can. These aren't, to me, noble things, and so I'm able to see it from a different light, but in a way that doesn't harbor anger towards them or wanting to change them in any way, but just understanding that this is a very challenging world we live in, and to come out of some of these habit patterns is equally as challenging. So because of where I was and because of where I am now, there's a much clearer understanding, and with that right understanding, I can express that love to them and share that love by just being present with whoever is in front of me, because those things fall apart. If those are your goals, if you want to have sex with as many women as you can, and gain riches, that's great. But when I'm speaking with you, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to spark something inside of you that is just an ember right now, but that can grow into something big and strong and fiery, and that can be shared with all of those around you.
Yeah, and I think Bradley's rich. And I just want to plant that seed as well, that I think we're shooting so much to get the physical currency and that kind of stuff, and we're going to be leaving this earth super soon, whether that be even 80 years from now. It's going to come quick, and think about the kind of wealth that you maybe take with you. And probably the last question to wrap this up is, what is the next step for you, if you know, or just kind of talk about, so you've been at the center, I assume it sounds like you're going back there, so what's next on the horizon for Bradley?
That's a great question, something I try and think about less and less. I want to continue to serve at the center and also find a way to balance a livelihood that is wholesome and is serving in some way. The more I practice, the more I realize that it's not just about me. It's about you. It's about everyone around us. It's about animals. It's about nature. It's really all of us as this organism on Earth. And the more that I'm contributing to it, the better I feel. So I'm going to keep trying to increase my capacity to serve and to give, knowing that everything I give is going to come back to me in larger quantities. The fruit that I will bear is going to be wonderful. So there's a lot of incentive to serve to me.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And usually with guests, I'll promote their maybe social media, but so I don't know if you have any, but is there any way for people to get in contact with you, or do you have anything like a Facebook or Instagram or anything for people to follow you on if they want to connect or message you?
I don't have a Facebook or Instagram, but if you do want to contact me, I'm receptive to it, and I'm happy to answer any questions. You can email me at Bradley, BRADLEY, JLOVELL @gmail.com. BradleyJLovell@gmail.com.
And that just sparked one last question, because that's awesome. I've thought a lot. I've actually been working deep into social media lately, actually analyzing it. And there's been a number of books I've read that have sparked it, that have basically challenged the idea that social media is necessary, and maybe suggesting that it might be better just literally not to have it, even if you do want a career or certain things, just to push to not use social media for the detrimental effects that it causes. Do you have any insight on that? Were you on social media before? What do you think about social media? Because it's impacting society more in 2017 than ever before, and it's only growing. So what do you think about it?
I think, like all things, it can be a tool. It can be a tool for good, but using that tool just for good and not wasting time on it is a challenge as well. So I've deleted my accounts because I value other things in my life and want to prioritize those things over social media. And it's sacrifices. It's little sacrifices like that, but I don't think there's anything particularly malevolent or benevolent about it. It's just a tool, and how we use that tool is really the crux of the matter.
Oh man, yeah, because at the same time, this is YouTube is social media,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's kind of, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because I think it can be really helpful. I mean, I've gotten messages from people where they've been helped. I've met people already through doing this, like just by putting this kind of stuff out there, and it is cool. It's a new way of doing it for me to be fully known on the internet. So to put videos out there of me explaining my insecurity or sharing insecurities, I think is an interesting way to go about social media. But yeah, Bradley, I appreciate you so much for coming on the show. I hope that you guys like this. I think this is an amazing interview, and I'm just so grateful. Any parting words?
Yeah, I hope all of you continue to question, continue to search. There are answers. A good starting point is inside, but don't think you're ever trapped. You can really make changes, significant changes in your life, one step at a time. Do not underestimate just tiny changes in your life that you can make. I wish you well.
Amen. Ciao, guys.
Bye.